Okay, good morning guys. So today's video is a video response to the Star Wars tag by the 101 Junko. Oh, I'm saying that right. So these are the questions. They're out of order because that's kind of how I wrote them down. So let's get started. Number one is your favorite Star Wars character, and that is Padme Amidala. And he put why, and if I did, and it just took a whole video to do why, so I'm just gonna do one reason. And one of it is, as a politician, she cares so much for her people, and her people's interests are first and foremost in her mind. She doesn't care about power or money or anything like that, so it's really refreshing in a political character, because most of the time, they're like Palpatine, right? They think of themselves, they're trying to get ultimate power kind of thing. Next one is my favorite Star Wars episode, and that is this one, episode 3. I just said Padme was my favorite character. This is the one where she dies in it. So why is it my favorite? It has a lot to do with, Anakin Skywalker, and the whole reason behind why he became Darth Vader that I find really interesting. As you know, I don't know if you know this, but I'm very much into mythology and literature and things like that. I am an English major, and there's a lot of classic themes that go with, pride being, Anakin's pride got in the way and it caused him to turn the dark side, so the whole pride comes before the fall thing. It's just a really good movie. I really liked it. So, yeah, I can go into more detailed analysis some other time, but that's just part of the reason. I don't want this video to be really long, so, because there's a lot of questions. So, the next one is favorite Sith. This is kind of a cheat, but let's go here. It's this guy, Palpatine. I say it's kind of a cheat because, there's a lot of Sith in the expanded universe, like Plagueis and, I think the Ravenna. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And I've never read the books about them, so I don't know the character. So, Palpatine's the default character. Because in all the movies, he's the only Sith that I really liked. I didn't like Dooku very much. Or, I didn't like Maul very much either. But I did like Palpatine. And of course, Vader to me is a tragic hero, not too. I guess you can like Vader as your favorite Sith, but I'm gonna go with Palpatine. Because he's the grand puppet master. Okay, so, moving on. My favorite Jedi. Okay, my favorite Jedi is Mara Jade, who is the wife of Luke Skywalker. I gotta be careful. Pulling something out. And one reason why I like her, she's a Jedi. He trains her. She's an expanded universe character, in case you don't know. And I like her because she has such a complex background. She's a complex female character. She's totally awesome. She started out as the Emperor's hand, so she was his personal assassin. So she has a very dark past, but she overcame it, and became a great Jedi. So she's one of my favorite Jedis. She also, her past, or her personal kind of story arc, how she was a villain at first and became the hero, reminds me of this awesome heroine, Xena. Xena has a very similar story. Xena was a bad guy at first and became a hero, and that's awesome, and I love Xena, so there's that. Similar things, although Mara Jade came before Xena, because she was in... No, actually, they came out the same year, I think. I think the first appearance of Mara Jade was in the Thrawn trilogy, and that came out in 95. I could be wrong. The next question is, do I prefer the prequel trilogy or the original trilogy? Um, I'm going to do neither. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. I love all 6 movies equally. I mean, I had to, already had to pick a favorite, so I think that's kind of unfair. I'm gonna pull a George Lucas answer. It's just one movie. It's just one really long, 12-hour movie. And that's my answer. So, I wanted to be that way. Um, when did you start collecting? So, collecting Star Wars? I started, I think, a month after, like hardcore, a month after episode 2 came out. I think it was in June. It might have been June or July, how about that? In 2002. So it was obviously episode 2, sorry, by my finger. It was obviously episode 2 that made me a hardcore collector. And, let's see, my first figure, I was actually this Padme right here. I came out. I bought it, let's see, I bought it during summer camp when I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The counselors gave us money, gave us like $5 to go to the, we're at the mall, they gave us $5 each, and so with my $5, I bought my first Star Wars action figure, and I've been buying Star Wars things ever since. So, okay, next one is my favorite action figure, and it's, because I don't have a lot of, it's this one, and it's the ceremony gown for Padme, or, well, Queen Amidala, from episode 1. It's my favorite because I really like the dress. It's one of my favorite costumes she wears. It's really nicely detailed. It is still packaged for me. I would love to get one unopened. But, yeah, that's my favorite. I think it's nice looking. I mean, you can't really play with her, but, oh well. It's nice. I love it. Okay. That's my favorite. I'm not gonna go into too much detail why it's my favorite. Maybe some of them. Oh. Favorite item in my Star Wars collection. I've actually someone answered this. It's down here. It's that Princess Leia doll in the white dress. That was my very first Star Wars item. I did get it prior to episode, actually to any of the prequels being released. I just saw it, I was like, I want this doll. And my grandpa bought it for me, and so that's why it's special. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little sad, because he did pass away, not this year, about 3 years ago. I mean, it's still hard, so I want to move on. Okay, that's my favorite figure. I'm sorry. Item. What do you collect other than Star Wars? Alright, I do Lord of the Rings. Over there, you can see the Chronicles of Narnia. I do somewhat Disney. I do, Twilight. Don't laugh. And that's all I kind of really collect, but I do want to get some Xena figures, some Buffy figures, and Charmed. Oh, I do collect Pirates of the Caribbean, sorry, see, Pirates of the Caribbean over there. So, that, and then, I guess you can say I collect books. I do also collect Sailor Moon. Is this girl? And also, I'm really into Japanese things, like anime, and I also collect Japanese stuff. Sailor Moon's the one I have the most though, so she's like a separate collection. See? Sailor Moon right there. That's her locket. I'll go into detail on that later. That's really it in terms of collecting. Oh no, where'd the question? Okay. Let's see. Best part of being on YouTube. I don't know, do I have to apply this? He didn't apply it to Star Wars. I like being able to voice my opinions on stuff. On movies, on books, you know, why I like this book and why I think it's a good book or things like that. I'm a shy person, and so it's also a good way for me to come out of my shell and stop being shy. So that's one reason. Favorite Star Wars planet. That is Naboo, because that's where Padme's from. And it's a very beautiful planet. All I can say is I don't know why people wouldn't want to live on Tatooine. I live in Arizona, and I don't want to live on another desert planet, another desert. I mean, it's even hotter on Tatooine than it is in Arizona. So, no thank you. So, and I think Naboo would have like the perfect weather too, so that factors. How did you get into Star Wars? I don't remember. Because I think I was really, like, little. Like, really, really little when I saw it. Like, 4 or 5, maybe. Because I've always remembered at least the original trilogy. So, I don't know if that answers the question very well, but yeah, my parents like Star Wars, so they showed it to me. And I guess I've been hooked ever since. So, that's sort of that one. Jedi or Sith? Jedi. I don't want to be a bad guy. I'm sorry. I mean, I like the villains. I do. But I just don't, I mean, I couldn't be a bad guy. I couldn't just start slaughtering people. You know, I couldn't do the things Palpatine did, I'm sorry. So, I'm gonna be a Jedi. I would be as wise as Master Yoda. It's a good goal. So, next one. This is running a bit long, I need to hurry. It's the favorite Star Wars moment in your life. So I haven't had that many, to be honest. So I guess I'm gonna go with, again, one, I guess the first Star Wars film I ever saw in theaters. And it was Attack of the Clones. Mainly because it was the first film I got to see in theaters. I didn't see the episode 1, because we didn't have the money to see it. I didn't see, any of the original trilogy when they were re-released in theaters. And I wasn't born. I was not born in the 70s or the 80s, so I couldn't see them then, so that's why. And also, it was the film that my grandpa took me to see, so it's special. That's really it. I guess I'll include a couple extra things since I made this so long. Favorite ship? The Millennium Falcon. Favorite creature? The Wookiees. I love Wookiees. And I think, let's see, that's about it. So, yeah. Have a good day.